Women smile with their upper teeth. They want you to like them. And men, really, I think a masculine smile is with the lower teeth more. Yes.
You're your best cheerleader. You're the person who wants the best for you. You, not anyone who you feel that you need their validation. It doesn't matter what they think. Okay, cool. Thank you for loving me. It doesn't matter. It's you.
Who do you think that you are? That it matters what people think of you. You're no one. There's no one home.
I think I hate myself. I don't think I'm a bad person or anything like that. I think there are things about me that make my life miserable, but that I can't really seem to fix. And,
Hi, I'm Talek. I'm auditioning for the role of Handsome Doctor. Okay.
Like I do this thing sometimes where I let the way other people feel about me define how I feel about me, which is really hard at times when you don't get the most positive feedback.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I just don't like you as a person.
You're just, I don't know, ass.
I'm ass? What kind of feedback is that?
It's weird to say, but it's like I'm constantly looking for myself through other people, as though I need someone else to tell me who I am.
Yeah, it's an aura thing.
An aura thing?
It's an aura.
You give like limp dick energy to me.
What?
Yeah.
How is that professional?
I'm not sure why exactly I'm like this, but I know I'm tired of it.
Dude, I'm a grown man.
I know I want to change.
Okay. I'll leave. You don't want me. Okay, I get it.
I want to transform myself into someone who doesn't need anyone's approval ever again.
Alright, you know what? Screw you guys.
Oh. Big boy, look at him. He don't just
Get out of here, ho. Get out of here, ho.
Like, who are you trying to do?
Get out of here, ho.
And I know that it's possible. I know I'm not alone. All over New York City, lost souls look for love, for admiration, for anything to just feel a little more okay. But some people seem to have figured out a thing or two. They have kind of a glow to them, a certain kind of shine you get when you don't care about anyone's approval. You're you, and that's enough. But how do they do it? How do they just not care?
I feel like I can't breathe.
Okay, yeah, but it wasn't that bad. I think you were fine.
I can't act.
I'm not him, alright? I'm not the guy that they want. But who is the guy? Who is the guy that they want? Who's the guy that you want to be? Come on, there's plenty more shit out there that you can go for.
I wish I could just stop them on the street and ask them to help me.
So, you good? Cool?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Talek, come on. Talek.
Casting directors were just kind of like, you suck, and were really mean, and it got me thinking about like just the idea of like approval in general, and I realized that I'm someone who's like very much a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Like I rely on like making sure that people like me and stuff.
You know, this is a city of gatekeepers where most of the people in the high ranks, you know, they're kind of wicked, and that's just it. So you just gotta let those words, you know, bounce off. Be like Neo in the Matrix and it's not bullets though, it's words, you know what I mean? You kind of need haters to make it. So I feel like that might have been good for you, actually, you know what I mean? That initial like breaking zone, because like if you're lifting or doing
I'm ass.
I just don't like you as a person.
If I'm being honest, the start of my journey was a little rocky. The first few folks I talked to didn't really seem to understand how they work themselves.
I don't know. Maybe my parents gave me that freedom to discover who I wanted to be early.
Personal, just how each person is built.
And while some showed me some compassion,
Like, what did they say?
Things like, we just don't like your vibe, and stuff like that.
Fuck them.
I still felt like I was missing out on real answers. I needed concrete, actionable pieces of advice. And after scouring the city for what seemed like forever, I finally started to get somewhere.
But again, like, they were just harsh. They were like kind of mean and rejected me. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out just how to...
You gotta punch them with your cheeks.
How do I do that?
Your bottom teeth, and you bring them out and you rest them on your lip, your upper lip. And I learned this from Cuomo. Once I realized that, if you do that, that will give you all the power in the world. Thing is this. It's like, if you don't smile like that as a man, it looks stupid because it looks like you're trying to be cute. And then what are you? You're just gay. Well,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
happy, right? You see, now you're smiling with your up. Now try to, you see, but here's the thing. Yes,
Yeah.
that's much better.
And honestly, it was much better. Something about carrying myself that way, holding my jaw at such an angle, filled me with the kind of confidence I didn't know I had. I became something of a sponge, absorbing the many and unique ways people free themselves from external validation. I learned that some regularly practice a kind of internal detachment.
I was, whatever would do to make anybody happy, I would be.
Yeah.
I would do that. Tell me what you need me to be and I'll be that. It was like selling your soul almost.
Yeah, that's me.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can get to a place where you can just like kind of watch all that shit happening without like logging into it, where you're like now kind of detached. And then that's the part where your power steps in. I'm not what my mind is bringing up about the past or about the future or even about the present. I'm the one who's watching all this shit happening. You kind of start to realize that the whole world, we're all projecting on each other. That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
Even with like your audition, they were projecting. That's all that was. They were just projecting.
Nobody else is cheering me on, you know what I mean? You're your best cheerleader. You're the person who wants the best for you. You. Not anyone who you feel that you need their validation. It doesn't matter what they think. Okay, cool. Thank you for loving me. It doesn't matter. It's you. I wake up in the morning and maybe I'm feeding myself this tall coffee of it's all gonna be okay. It's all, and I keep pushing it forward. And there might not be no back end to it, but you can't not try. You just can't. It's a guaranteed loss if you don't try. But if you try, there's actually a good chance you're gonna do it.
So you can't never be happy,
Yeah.
you can't never have enough, you're constantly concerned and overwhelmed with other people's bad energies. It's the ego. And it will find something to identify with,
Yeah.
even if it's a sickness. Our true identity is revealed to us through charity. We had gone around Manhattan handing out socks, boxers, food. We're going to each other, hey, we need a bigger duffel bag. And Khalida says, yeah, I need a pair of shorts. Now, a few minutes later, right, this is what we hear. Hey guys, God brought me down here to give this to someone and I feel like it's you. Excuse me? What does he hand me? He hands me a black Nike duffel bag. I said, yo, we was just talking about needing a duffel bag. Guess what I pull out? Pair of black shorts.
No way.
I said, yo, she just said she needed a pair of shorts. What the...
Take a walk around, look around, kind of try to see the world in a different way. When you're walking in the streets, you see a very like capitalist view. You see all these big name brand stores, but kind of take a different view.
How should I approach, like looking at things today?
Look at the small things. Look to see, I guess, the kindness in the world. Focus on maybe someone holding a door open for someone, and just open your eyes to that. We're in New York City. I mean, you might not think there's a lot of kindness, but if you look around, you'll find it.
How do you think that would help me? Like looking for the little things, kindness.
It'll help bring joy to you, and bring hope that everything's not horrible.
Did I still struggle with approval from time to time?
They said that I smell bad. They said I can't act, that I'm not handsome.
Sure, but I was feeling great, powerful, different. I realized at the tail end of my conversations that there was a common piece of advice I kept on receiving.
I would just say, to try and find friends that share your views.
I found people that feel the same way. And that's what I'm telling you, just finding your right place to be, your right place to grow.
Find the people who accept you. If you focus on those people, you'll be happy.
Do you feel like you found your people?
I do.
How did you go about that? Was it through like work,
Just random
school?
encounters.
Random encounters.
Random encounters.
So, I was gonna make myself some real friends. And I wasn't gonna do it just any old way. I wanted to be firing on all cylinders, combining all the advice I've gotten.
Our true identity is charity.
To not only find a friendship that allows me to be myself, but also examine just how much I've truly changed. How much have I really grown?
Excuse me? Do you want this book? It's for free. It's a book. It's one of my favorites.
Book for free, okay, but I can't read.
You can't read.
I'm fucked up in English, sorry man. I don't know to get in and get out from here. Get in here and
But
get out.
you're talking to me now, you know, that's good
You
enough.
think
right?
I'm talking, but I need somebody to help me.
I mean, I could sit down with you. We could go through the book together if you want. I can't really speak Albanian though, is the
I
thing.
can speak China.
I'm just trying to like, just trying to make friends out here. If you want to like grab. Oh, it's just an Italian soap. I don't know. I don't know why I have it, but.
From Asia you are, but I
am
don't know.
from
Maybe you are
yeah.
Japanese.
I'm not Japanese, no.
Where? North? South Korea?
Dude, I feel like I don't really have an ego, you know? You have one? No.
From where? Malaysia?
Not from Malaysia.
What about Vietnam?
Not from Vietnam. You want to get lunch after that?
I already had my lunch.
You had lunch already? I feel like I'm pretty detached, you know, like from like day-to-day stuff. Do you feel that way too? I'm yeah, just trying to make friends. You know, what's your name? Louis. I'm Talek. I'm Talek. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
I felt like a loser. I wanted to apply the lessons I learned, and, well, if this were a test, I think I failed.
Filipino?
Not Filipino.
It's like the harder I tried, the more I got burned.
Excuse me, you don't want this book, do you? It's for free.
Phone call.
Yeah, history of sexuality.
I don't have that one.
Take it, it's all yours.
Thank you.
You want to get lunch sometime? Or... Alright.
And it felt terrible, you know. Here I am, giving myself away, and still getting rejected. I thought I could make some friends without it somehow reflecting on my sense of self-worth, but who am I kidding? I'm an eternal people pleaser and a desperate, empty vacuum that will never change, no matter how hard I try. Happiness isn't for me, because I'm broken, and I'm probably gonna be like this forever. I was done. My little transformation journey was over, and I was on my way out of the park when I suddenly heard a mysterious chanting in the distance. I followed the sound and found a lady sitting alone on a bench. She seemed calm, almost otherworldly, and after hearing my story, this is what she had to say.
Everybody's answer to whatever is happening to them is in them if they can hear it. They can take a minute and listen.
And chanting helps you do that.
Mianlind is like calling the God in you, calling it forward, and it will tell you. It will tell you what you needed to know in that moment. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Naturally, I wanted to give it a shot, and I was having a bit of trouble at first.
It's just something about you.
Get out of here, ho. Get out of here, ho. Get out of here, ho.
But as I kept chanting, a moment from one of my conversations came back to me.
When you admit certain things to yourself that you're not willing to admit, I feel like that's when you start to break through.
Yeah.
You think you've fallen in love before with other people, but there's nothing like the love that comes from yourself.
Whoa, really?
And when you discover that, it makes it so much more easier for it to kind of pour out of you onto others.
And right then and there, it felt like I had awoken from a deep slumber. It was clear to me that I've been using this whole journey of change as a way of avoiding the real truth. I don't love myself. I don't even really like myself. And while we're at it, I don't think I actually care about acting. I mean, it's not even a real job. You're saying lines someone else wrote, and it's not. I think I just thought if I could become a somebody on the stage, then maybe I'd stop feeling like a nobody when I'm off it. I tried to think about what loving myself would even look like, but the task seemed impossible. I don't even love that many things. Like, I love baklava, but I'm not as good as baklava. After a few more hours of pondering, but getting nowhere, I started to wonder if maybe it would help to dig into my past for some answers. I decided to travel to my childhood home where my earliest opinions of myself formed.
It's me, Collect.
I first tried looking at photos of myself as a kid to see if I was this internally empty back then as well. But surprisingly, I seemed like quite a confident and bold young man. What happened? I then talked to my dad to see if maybe he had some insight on my issues from his perspective.
So, do you think that maybe I'm kind of having these issues looking for validation as an adult because maybe when I was younger, as a kid, I was looking for approval from you?
No. Actually, you was not looking approval from me or from anybody.
Okay.
You're just following your goal, and it doesn't matter what other people tell you. If you like something, you just go for it.
That maybe, I wanted approval from mom, or when I was a kid looking for that. Did you notice anything?
Actually, I don't recall, no. I don't remember that, no.
But unfortunately, that didn't seem to lead me anywhere either.
So you finish acting, so hopefully you're gonna be a doctor, right? Now you can be a doctor, right?
Oh.
So, I was ready to give up. For real this time. I was tired, even more lost than I was before, and a little bit hungry. I was on my way when out of nowhere, I heard my dad call after me. He then proceeded to open up in a way that I've never, ever seen before. His words seemed like the home my soul has been searching to rest in all my life. Just like that, I had arrived at an answer to my problems. And boy, did it feel good.
I'm glad that you came here to talk and ask about your childhood self. You were always a curious boy. The real reason you have this problem with needing validation from others is because you are kind-hearted at core, and you just want to make sure everyone around you is A-okay. That's not a bad thing at all. You have it all twisted. As a man who has been in Earth for many years now, I can tell you from experience that you're exactly where you are supposed to be. You have already found your answer. You are not a people pleaser. You are actually just a good person. And that is something to be admired for. And lastly, you don't need my validation or mom's validation or anyone's validation. And you don't need anyone's approval to be who you are. We actually all need yours. Keep killing it, my G.